Have you ever known someone who has become a doctor? The studying it takes while in medical school is extremely intense. There are no holidays, no weekends. For the most part you study and work from when you enter medical school until you get out. That is it. It takes immense personal sacrifice for that goal to be achieved. Kids will sometimes ask their parents if they can be a doctor, astronaut, or professional athlete when they grow up. The parents generally have a few stock answers that are provided, such as, if you put your mind to it, or if you work hard. But I think the correct answer to these questions should always be, if you are willing to sacrifice enough, you will achieve it. If you want to win, you need to sacrifice more than the person you are competing against. Admiral Ernest King gave a speech to the graduates of the Naval Academy in 1942 in the middle of World War II. These men graduating were going directly to the Pacific War to fight the Japanese. Admiral King told the men the way to win was unremitting labor and a multitude of heartache and sacrifices. This is a question we have to ask ourselves all the time. Do you want to lose weight? Are you willing to sacrifice sleep for early morning workouts? Are you willing to sacrifice that extra snack or unhealthy lunch provided by your work? You want to be a professional athlete, are you willing to sacrifice not going out on the weekends and practice? Are you willing to lose friends and significant others because they don't understand your goals or aren't willing to sacrifice in the same way that you are? Are you willing to deal with heartache? Are you willing to be told no 1,000 times and keep trying? Are you willing to be laughed at and called all types of names and continue? Are you willing to miss time with people you love, doing fun things in order to win? In regards to unremitting labor, how many people try something for a week, a month, 3 months and quit? People think they are working hard and don't truly understand what hard work is. Are you waking up before everyone else? Are you going to bed later? How long have you been doing something? Find time in your schedule, and better yourself before ever giving yourself a prize, or a chance at relaxation. Work so hard your brain and body cannot take it anymore, then rest and enjoy the rest of your day. Just know that your current limit today can be exceeded tomorrow. In discussions with people, you always hear, I want to do X more, but don't have the time. Whether that is working out, reading, spending time with loved ones, or accomplishing a goal. There was a study that says as of 2022 the average person spends almost 5 hours a day watching TV. The people who say that have not thought out what it means to want to actually accomplish the goal they are trying to set. They are unwilling to sacrifice and go through even the slightest bit of hardship. So they just complain and wish. In our families and in our communities we need to have a larger conversation around sacrifice. We need to also be practicing sacrifice on a daily basis, even in the smallest of ways. Don't put on the TV until you have read 10 pages, don't eat dinner until you have walked around the block. Don't buy yourself anything new until you pass that class. This is true on the micro level, but also on the macro group level as well. The Navy in World War II had over 62,000 killed and over 37,000 wounded soldiers, so Admiral King was well aware of what was needed. Many ships under his command had already been sunk at the time he spoke those words. This is true about the rise and decline of nation-states as well. In the beginning of a country the people are poorer, more ambitious and hungry for success. When the country becomes successful, it also becomes rich. When a country becomes rich, then the people don't need to sacrifice as much, and don't need to work as hard. And when this happens the country begins to fall apart and the decline of the nation begins. There is a big political divide in America between the right and the left if you pay attention to politics. People are always looking into the future and predicting what will happen, how America will look in 1, 5, 10, even 50 years. The real answer for who will win the political debate, and lead the country in the future, is who is willing to pursue unremitting labor and a multitude of heartache and sacrifices. The world has been full of underdogs who were more organized, and more willing to accept heartache and sacrifice who have been victorious.